Tell me what you see when you look at me. Do you see another brother lost in these streets looking for his soul?
Trying to find my soul.
Or do you see another brother searching for lost souls in these streets? A street soldier.
Street soldier.
Here to help you get that chip off your shoulder, warm your colder days and sober your drunken ways, and find a way to help you get over these hurdles placed in our path. And this is not meant to amuse you. This is for all those who have questions but are afraid to ask.
I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. No. When times get hard, you lose your way. Open your mind and hear what I say.
This is a message for the hard and the soft. To those who tune in weekly and to those who keep an eye out for 8 p.m. on Sundays and turn their radios off. The truth hurts. The cloth has been pulled. We're walking around half dead. Use this show as your IV. Alive and free is a new movement. We've achieved self-destruction. A street soldier promotes self-improvement.
Streets couldn't be no colder, so I gotta be a soldier. It shouldn't be this hard for me. Even when it seems so hopeless, I gotta keep my focus. I'm glad to be alive and free, yeah. Streets couldn't be no colder, so I gotta be a soldier. It shouldn't be this hard for me. Even when it seems so hopeless, I gotta keep my focus. I'm glad to be alive and free, yeah.
What's up, Lady E? How you doing? Can't hear you, but
I'm doing great, Dr. Marshall.
There she go.
looking good, looking good. Got that?
Looking marvelous.
Yeah, y'all looking marvelous. What some earrings you got on? Are those? Well, what are? Let me see.
They're just,
No, people can't see the.
I know, but I can see and translate.
it's blurred, sorry.
Well, you didn't tell me what they were. Are they?
Well, they're shells.
Okay. Oh, see, yeah, they
She's
blink.
shining.
Yeah, you blinking. You like
Blinging.
blinking.
It's not blinking.
Not really.
brother.
It's shells.
I got you.
It's just
You know,
the reflection from the light.
all the words I say, I'm about to batch.
I got your back like a bump song.
Batch a few and ran today.
Oh, yes, I did it. They had this fun little thing, like it's called it was called Burn Your Couch, because in Vallejo they want you to go ahead and get active, and I did that today. So I took on the 5K and I turned red. I was sweaty and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I earned a medal, and I
Good
might
job.
be on number 4 or 5. I'm not sure yet, and I don't know if I broke any of my what do they say?
Personal best.
There you go.
There you go.
But they use the letters. So, but yeah, it was a good time. I went with one of my friends who always pushes me. She does the 10K. She did great, and she's on her way. She's training for the half marathon. So, yes, I had a very good day, and so, good job everyone out there on Mare Island.
Girl, I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how I do it either. That one.
But you did it. You did it. You did it.
You know what?
You did it.
I'll tell you one thing, Mrs. Stout, your voice was in my head and it said, you just need to finish.
Hey,
That's
Hey.
finish.
But really with those, I really advise if you can join a run, even it's like those turkey trots, go ahead and try it out, because like you can run and then you can walk. Like you don't have to, keep up with all these people who, have been doing it for years. All you have to do is just kind of start and, and finish. And it feels good.
Finish.
Fresh air, sunshine, and like good community. It's a healthy activity. So yeah, definitely suggest it.
You a runner, Mike?
I'm a runner and a ripper.
No, you stop
I'm
it.
joking. Anyway, yeah, I run.
You like?
I used to run 800 meters.
You did.
Roseville Middle School. I'm a Trojan man.
Long ago that was.
Yeah. I
Are
used
you
to run
still a
track.
runner?
I run, yeah.
You do. Okay.
I do cardio. I love cardio.
Yeah, I know, but I don't like running.
I love, bro, you gotta run.
I don't like
You
running.
have to move your A.
I like.
You like jump rope.
Oh yeah, love jump rope.
That's,
real.
That's
That's
awesome.
fun. That is hilarious.
I really do. My back. I can't. I used to run hills, man, but I can't be running hills with my
Right.
back. So, but
I could see you doing that.
I,
That's smart.
yeah.
Staying alive and free on the jump
And
rope.
let me tell you, man, that will wipe you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do that before I go to the gym, so I can get it.
Oh, can I tell you what I did?
What's that?
Yeah.
So shout out to my partner Guru. He does this. He's on a different radio station. He'd be like, "Can you ask me a question? What did I do today? Ask me what did I do today?"
What did you do today, Mike?
What
Yeah,
did you
okay,
do today,
okay.
Mike?
So I went out to Hunters Point. Hunters Point, they have a hey, it be lit. I ain't gonna lie. You almost call me Hunters Point Mike. Nah, I'm joking. But no, Hunters Point, Gilman Park, they do a baseball, softball thing.
Oh,
The community is involved. The camaraderie is at 110, 25%.
wow.
The community is at 125,000%. So shout out all the baseball teams that participated today.
Wow.
They got a co-ed game. It be lit, Dr. Marshall,
They did all, how long was it?
Morning.
All day or
all day. They start at 11 a.m.
Wow.
I played with Twin, Holly Rock All-Stars, the SF Packers. It's a lot of teams, man. They be representing, man. It's black and brown,
Oh,
white
it's not-
people be
oh,
out
it's
there. It be
beautiful,
lit.
man.
It be lit, man.
That's nice.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
Yeoman. All right. And
Gilman Park.
did
Right
you-
next to Candlestick.
So I assume
What position?
you got to go up to bat, right?
Oh, man. Guess what happened?
Don't
I
tell me.
struck out
Tell me
to end the game.
to end the
To
game.
end the game.
Man, I would tell anybody to end the
I'm
game.
a real one. I'm gonna keep it real.
You already gonna
But
keep it
yeah,
real.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
That's good.
I
That's
messed
good.
up. I'm better than that. So
Next time.
yeah,
Man.
next time.
Next
That's
time.
pressure. But the last one up to bat,
That was
that's a lot of pressure.
I could have had a great story, but nah, I failed.
You was there, brother. You did your thing. You supported the community. It's the effort that counts.
What
Man,
position?
a lot of fun. I played right field. I did pretty good. I made all every ball that was hit to me. I played great defense.
No,
But
that's-
I wasn't
what-
too
what
good
you
in
did.
the batter's
But,
box.
hey,
It happens.
you got a year to practice, man.
Yeah.
Next year, I want you to be 4 for 4.
Yeah.
They only do it once a year?
They do it they got about 5 more weeks, 7 more weeks.
That's
Mm.
It's a beauty. You gotta come out.
That's cool.
Lady E gonna have to fly out.
Is it a
Yup. Lady E gonna be out there talking about batter up. You know what it reminds you of? Let's do it again.
Oh, okay.
When they playing baseball,
Yeah.
Sidney Portier and
Yeah, yeah.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
I mean, just to have an event like that in the community is one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just a good time for everybody. Congratulations to
Holly Rock, Bongai P. Man, it's everybody out there. Shout out to the Hunters Point be keeping it lit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm from Fillmore. Fillmore be keeping it lit too. But Hunters Point got their softball team. Fillmore don't even got a team.
No.
They like, Mike, we ain't gonna get a team. I'm like, man, I'm playing with y'all.
we all one as the Mikey Beverly.
We
Yeah. All right, we are all one. All right, a couple of news stories. The Supreme Court in a birthright citizens. I have to read this. Does everybody know? If you don't know, the birthright citizenship case. The Supreme Court said basically nationwide injunctions are limited now. They've never been limited before, but it's viewed as a win for Mr. Orange. So I'll file this story for when we do the show. Okay, we gotta do the Trump report card show very soon. But man, like you said last week, it's dizzying every day, man. You can't keep up with it, man. You
Can't.
cannot
It's crazy.
keep up with it. And so like
purposely done.
man. Woof. Lord, okay, let me leave that alone. All right, let's go to let's see, this is
You know what's crazy though?
what's that?
I was with a lot of people that were brown, Mexican or whatever, Latino people.
Latin, yeah.
That's a real conversation in their day-to-day talk.
It should be.
That's a real conversation. Like literally they talk about that and you know, sometimes you joke about it because you're going through it, and you just got to tell a joke. Man, it's on their mind, and shout out to my to all my Latino people out there, man. They really they really deal with that.
Seeing what's going
It's
on,
crazy.
they should. They can show up in a minute. They snatching people off the street. Period.
They talking. It's
Just
changing their
snatch.
lifestyle. Yep,
Like,
it's changing
staying-
how they where they go and what they
Yeah.
do and all that. It's crazy.
A- a-
I didn't realize how serious it was, but no, it's really like I'm not going to this place because that can happen to me.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's open season on brown folks, you know, and all that stuff about, you know, you broke the law and you now this anybody they snatch it. It's
Kidnap.
kidnapping, right?
They don't-
It's horrible. Yeah, and that's
Like
the thing.
Facial recognition act
Oh,
to like see who and what.
not showing their face. Now, what that is they got civilians doing that and running out acting as ICE agents, Mrs. Still,
Yep.
Lady E, you know, because now then the ICE agents ain't showing their face. They can impersonate them and
Do whatever.
do whatever.
Hurting them. They're abusing women.
This dude,
Gee,
this is just the craziest time. I just can't even believe it.
you know,
I saw where a couple went on a cruise, and I don't know if they were in the Caribbean, if they were in St. Thomas, but anyway, they were on a cruise, and you know they get off the ship, they let you off the ship to go, you know, explore or shop or whatever. But this particular couple, African American, they were not allowed back on the
Oh.
cruise ship.
oh
I'm
wow.
about to cuss.
What?
She said and I was looking to see if there's rainstorm or there's some reason that the boat couldn't move. She said they would not allow us back on the ship.
Wow.
So, and her message was to everybody, just so you know, just to let you know where I am. I'm over here, and she shows some houses where they go, either houses or I don't know, hotels, because in St. Thomas, the hotels look like houses on the beach.
Mm,
She says, so if you're planning on leaving the country, don't.
that's gonna be the next thing. Yeah. Wow.
They're not letting them back on the ship.
On the ship.
On the cruise ship.
Okay.
You know, a cruise ship is not one way. It's round trip.
Right.
I got you. Okay, we going give me a couple weeks.
I got kicked off
We'll
a
get-
cruise ship for other reasons though.
Don't tell me. I don't want
It's a great story.
no tell not
Okay,
tonight.
okay,
Not
gotcha.
tonight.
Story.
Not tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not tonight.
Thank you for the sweater too.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir.
This out.
I have Dr. Marshall gave me a SOG, Son of God. Shout out to Andre Ward in the town. He be hitting people in their face.
I'm in the guy.
I look good in yellow. Thank you.
You do.
It looked better on him than it did on me. So you know, got chocolate skin going against that
Hey,
straight hair.
chocolates matter.
All right, let's get to Black Music Month. We want to celebrate Black Music Month, and sadly, another great has left us. The Whispers, Walter Scott,
Man,
dead at 81. He'd been suffering from cancer. Walter Scott died Thursday. He was 81. We are incredibly heartbroken. His voice, presence, and contributions helped shape a musical legacy that touched millions. Walter's impact on the industry and in the hearts of fans will never be forgotten. We lost
man.
legend. Yeah, man. It seemed like the twins would be if ever. I mean, just you know, Scotty.
That's true. That is.
It did. Doesn't it just like?
Yeah. They had some hello.
Oh,
He had a mustache
his
too.
first show was
Man.
oh my
Man,
god.
they were. My dad told me.
Steady.
He was saying he was like, man, the Whispers, brother. They were up there with almost like the Temptations.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like,
They were a
they
later
had the
version of them.
songs.
Oh man,
They had the steps.
Oh.
They were good.
they had some great songs.
Great music.
Oh man, wow. that's an era in my life that's like
That's you.
that's
your,
oh
you was in
man.
you was in your bag back then. Who's that lady?
No, that ain't that's the Isley Brothers, but
Yeah. Oh,
Lady is the Whispers.
that's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, that's whew. All right. And so let's jump into the celebration of black music. And I'm gonna ask this question: 877-955-1061. We're celebrating. There's so many great art. I mean, look, you got blues, you got jazz, you got gospel, you got hip hop. You even got influences on classical music. You got influences on rock. Without black folks, the music would never even close to be what it is. It's that simple. So I love this month where you celebrate black music, and I also mentioned that was a tribute to Tupac Shakur in Oakland today, and so we're gonna like piggyback on that too. If you are a Tupac fan, tell me why. Call in, tell us why. 877-955-1061. We can do that. He's been gone now. Damn, it'll be
30 years.
30 years for sure. 29 years now. I guess 96 to this time. It'll be 30 years next year. He would have been what, 54 today?
51.
54 today, I think. Is that how it goes? Something like that. 30 plus 25 is 55. 877-955-1061. If you're a Pac fan, give us a call. Or here's my other question for you. If you could
Yes, I am a Tupac fan because his mother
Everybody.
and my mom, they went to school together.
Yeah,
And I learned a lot
I'm
about the
saying-
band and the way he
No,
speaks.
I don't hear
Hello? Okay, hold on.
the call. I hear the call.
Can you hear me now?
I hear the call. Call you on? No?
No.
Yeah? No?
Go-
Can you hear me now?
Okay. So yeah. So got two things going. My second question is, oh, I hear myself.
Yep.
If you could get backstage passes
That's a great question.
to see anybody, who would it be
That's a great
and
question.
why? Who would it
That-
be if you could get backstage?
Anybody?
Yes,
Prince.
Dr. Marshall,
yes.
Dr. Marshall, what we're
It would
hearing,
be Prince.
we're hearing somebody else that's calling in. I'm hearing another voice.
I don't hear the caller. So I don't hear the caller. So
Let the caller talk. Go ahead,
the
caller.
caller, you talk.
Turn down your radio, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you could get backstage passes to see anybody, it would be Prince.
Ooh,
Now you gotta say why. You know you gotta say why.
Why? Because he was a nice person and he was a wonderful musician and he cared about humanity. He didn't care just about his music, about how he felt. I love Prince. I love Michael Jackson too, but Prince, I could feel where he was coming from. And he cared about his people. He cared about what people did in his music.
He said,
And Wendy, is the water ready yet?
Yeah, she's good.
Well, that's
funny.
why
That was a good one.
I care about Prince.
Prince. All right. You got purple anywhere? You got any purple in your closet? No, she gone.
We got
All right.
another caller.
All right, 877-955-1061. If you could get backstage passes to see someone, who would it be? Go right ahead.
Hi, the Gap Band. Hey.
Charlie Wilson, yeah. Tell me why.
Because I love them and outstanding.
Yeah.
Girl, you knock me out. Excited. You make me wanna shout.
One of the best bass
The
players
Yearning
ever.
for Your Love. Yearning for Your
Oh,
Love
yeah,
is my
Yearning for Your
favorite
Love.
too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yearning
Yearning for your love is one of
Yearning
them
for Your Love
ones
is
that'll
nice.
change your life. Your life.
I got one love. My soulmate, Eric Andrade.
All right. The Gap Band. Loving it. Great. Thank you so much. Happy Black Music Month. 877-955-1061. If you get backstage passes, who would it be? Or a tribute to Pac. You can do either one. Go right ahead.
I'll do the backstage passes. I would do Jelly Roll and Post Malone.
Jelly roll. Okay. Yeah.
They're not black.
No,
It's Black Music Month. No, I'm keeping it real. They're not there. I love them.
Now you can pick who you want. No, we ain't. No, come on. Now,
It's Black Music Month.
I know, but you know we hospitable. You know.
Okay.
Hospitable.
Yeah.
Tell me why. You didn't tell me why.
She got off.
That's called, man. You.
I scared her.
Yes.
It's called Black Music Month. Come here, Justin Timberlake. Huh?
Yeah, well, look, they're cheap. If they feeling Justin, they feeling Justin. You know.
You can say Mariah Carey.
I love Mariah
You can say, well, yeah. You can say, all right. 877-955-1061. You are on Celebrating Black Music Month. Go right ahead. If you could get backstage passes, or
Backstage passes.
yeah,
It would have to be Anita Baker.
no,
Ooh, caught up in a rapture.
oh yeah, we all been caught up at least once in that rapture. Angel, Anita. Oh,
Yes, I grew up on her. I'm 38 years old, and that was the every morning Saturday get up, clean up.
ooh, Anita
That was
Baker.
the jam.
Anita
Yes,
Baker.
my mama played her.
You know, there's a song of hers.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's a song of hers. I don't know how popular it is, but it's a song called Good Enough. I love that song, the way she flows through those lyrics. It's just a beautiful, beautiful song, the way she does it. Anita Baker. That's why. This music is so rich. 877-955-1061. If you could get backstage passes to see somebody, get back there and talk to them, who would it be? And or celebration of Tupac today in Oakland. If you're a Tupac fan, call in, tell us why. Okay. Lady E, if you could get backstage passes to see someone, who would it be? Now we got your range is no, I might give you a
Don't even go there.
and you could get backstage passes to see who would it be?
Oh, I was just trying to figure that out. I didn't know if you were going to call on me. But I was thinking the first one that came to me was the Isley Brothers.
Oh.
Drifting on a memory.
Oh.
Ain't no place I'd rather be than with you.
Hold that note right there. We got a caller. Come on in, jump on in. Celebrating Black Music Month. Who would it be?
Yeah, hello?
Hello, you're on.
Yeah, it will be Johnny Guitar Watson.
Johnny Guitar Watson. Wow. All right. That's yeah. Inform Phil Mo about Johnny Guitar Watson. Why would it be?
Yeah. I grew up on his music, but I wasn't like born in the era when he was out, doing his thing. But I like his music and his style.
What would you ask him? What would you ask him?
Oh, what like I know I have to say I like his music and how he performed and I like his style.
Yeah. Johnny Guitar Watson. Thank you for chiming in on that. I think I'd be too starstruck. I'd be like, I would really, if I got a chance, I would have to gather myself, because it really happens. That don't really happen. Come on in the dressing room.
Yeah.
Okay, lady, I'm sorry. You still got that note, or we got another call? We got
another call.
All right. You are on Celebrating Black Music Month.
You are on. When you call, can you please turn down your radio when you call? Thank you.
Who would it be for you? Backstage passes or Pac?
Shabuzi.
Oh, Shabuzi.
He's a country singer.
Well, inform me. Tell me why. Why? What? Why? Just tell me why.
His vibe on stage is amazing, and he's starting a whole new genre, pretty much. I think.
I ain't seen.
So he was at the
Well, you gotta look into him.
Detroit Lions. I think they had him at the Thanksgiving game.
They won their game.
Yep, they won the game. He's a hell of a performer.
Really?
And he's a black country singer. He's a what's the song? His whiskey song? The Song of the Summer. Yeah, he had the Song of the Summer last year.
Yeah.
Get tipsy. Oh man.
Keep saying.
I'm not gonna keep singing, sir.
Well, you gave me somebody to look into. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, I always want to broaden your musical taste. Okay. All right. 877-955-1061. Keep it rolling. If you could get backstage passes to see someone, who would it be? Go right ahead.
There's low key too many, man. I like Etta James. I'd rather go blind. We got Patty Drew, Tell Him. You know, there's a lot. There's too many, man. Smokey Robinson. You guys have too many, man. You guys are blessed, and I love it.
It's nice to have that many, isn't it? I mean, all those wonderful, wonderful artists.
You said Etta James.
Etta.
Yeah, I love Etta James stuff, man, but
okay, all right.
I'd rather go blind, you know, all that stuff. Those oldies but goodies, yes, man. That's that one. I love that era, and I grew up listening to it. I got my kids listening to it. Me and my wife listen to it. I love your music, and yeah.
Let me see, man. I like that you got your kids listening to it. See, because that's really they're gonna get away a thorough musical education. You know, because it's so rich, and actually one era leads to the next.
Facts.
So I know with my son, he grew up listening to jazz with me, right? And so he knows it all. And so I really like the fact that you got your kids listening to it, because you know they gonna listen to what's out now, but it's good for them to get that musical history. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for doing that. All right. Etta James. All right. Well, keep it rolling. You are on. If you could get backstage passes,
Black Music Month,
to see someone, who would it be and why?
Walter Brubeck. I'm joking.
Oh. You're on. Street Soldiers. Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Who would it be? Yeah, we're on. You're on. Who?
Jaheim.
Jaheim.
Because he's a lot of entertainer.
Jaheim. Yeah. Jaheim.
Way back in Apton on the stage there, doing the thing, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Jaheim. A lot of OGs like Jaheim. I swear.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know what it is about everybody over 60. Jaheim.
64, don't get that.
And Dave said, Dave,
Bark today. Mr. Barker. We talking.
Yeah. Good to hear from you, man. Good to hear from you.
Okay.
All right, my brother. All right. Him and his sister had them both in middle school.
Oh, that's what's up.
Jaheim. You're right. They a lot of OGs.
A lot of OGs love Jaheim. Got another caller.
All right, keep it rolling. Here you are. If you could get backstage passes to talk to see someone, who would it be? Yes, you are on Street Soldiers.
It would be Teddy Pendergrass. Hey. Come on and go with me. Come on over to my place. Hey. Come on and go with me. Come on over to my place. Hey. Turn off the light. Light a candle. Hey.
Trying to get it lit.
Teddy P.
Oh,
Teddy had
He's a great performer.
He had it going on. He had the beard. I mean, he had that look. Oh man, Teddy, look. Nice.
He was getting it.
Yeah, I understand, baby. I understand. And I'm a brother, and I understand. Teddy P. Oh Lord, some of the women would scream with that, brother.
He could perform.
Oof, man.
What was the guy that used to be in the Temptations?
David Ruffin.
Yeah, he could perform too.
Yeah, Teddy P. So what? Now, if you were back there for real, like, would you be like stars? What would you say?
I would say, come on over to my place.
She kept it simple.
She kept it real.
She kept it really simple. She reverse psychology.
Come on, I'm coming to your place. Come on.
Going to my place. That is hilarious.
Thank you so much. I love you. All right. Happy Black Music Month. Keep it going. Who you got? Backstage passes. Who would it be for?
I'm on now.
You on?
You on, brother?
Oh, hey, how's it going, you guys? I was listening to the radio. I wasn't sure. So, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot. If I can get backstage passes to see anybody, it would be Sade.
Yeah. Yeah, Sade.
And I mean, when I was a kid, my mom had a picture of her in her room, and I was like 3 or 4, and I knew a beautiful woman when I saw one. I would always go in her room every day to look at her picture.
Yeah.
She was just so beautiful. And then when I heard her voice, I said, okay, I would love to meet her and just have her to serenade me, hopefully on my birthday. I know she's gonna make me cry with that beautiful voice of hers.
Yeah, man. If you get a private serenade from Sade, ooh, Lord, that changed your life forever.
But man, I'll cherish that forever.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Happy Black Music Month. All right, these are some great artists, and it goes to show you just the depth and breadth of talent that that Black people produce musically. It's incredible. I mean, we've heard Etta James going all the way back to that era. We've heard all the way up to, oh man, Lady E. You want to finish your Whispers thing? I mean, I'm sorry, your Isley Brothers thing. Well, you got another one because I know you have more than one. 877-955-1061. We can get a few more calls in here. If you could get backstage passes to see someone, who would it be? I will reveal mine at the end of the hour. Lady E, you got any more? I know
Sade is the only, was at one time, the only vocalist who sang without using any vibrato.
Really?
That was the one of the things that set her apart.
Wow.
There's no vibrato, just straight. Yeah, she was amazing.
Here comes another one. We got another call. You're on. Tell me who it would be.
Yes, you can't get no blacker than Tina Marie.
Oh, you so can. Girl. Okay.
But now go back.
Gave a whole bunch of way, and I would see Tina.
Yeah, she okay, I see what she's doing. Okay.
Come on now. Right about that.
Marty.
Look.
I'm talking square this to you, baby.
Those are a couple people I thought was Black, right? I did. Tina and Bobby Caldwell.
Yes.
I just knew Bobby Caldwell. What you won't do for love? I knew that dude was Black for real. Look, you're right. Tina Marie. Lord. Oh, that girl's good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She won.
Go on with it. Happy Black Music Month, Tina Marie.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Go put that on my Spotify.
Thank you. Tina wasn't no joke. That girl could hit some notes.
Tina could sing.
Ooh, Lord. All right, come on, get in, folks. This is so good. I love hearing all this. You are on the air.
Barry, practice what you preach. You keep telling me this and telling me that.
Telling me this and telling me that. Yeah, Barry boy.
What was that movie with Chris Tucker? He was taking the lyrics from Barry White.
Oh yeah, and Money Talks.
What? That was awesome.
Chris Tucker's a fool.
Man.
Boy, funny. Yes. Barry White with that deep voice. Yeah, man. Him and Low Jean, his wife.
He was awesome. He was pretty good.
Oh, Barry, yeah.
Barry was good.
And the Love Unlimited Orchestra, he had it going on.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, look. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, backstage passes. Who you got?
I got if I could get a backstage pass, it would be Mary J. Blige.
I'm gonna just let that sit because Mary J is special.
Yeah, I lost my daughter last year today. Would be her anniversary of her death, and I went to her concert, this last concert when she was in San Francisco, and for the first time she sung songs that I never heard her sing before, and I cried because it almost felt like my daughter made that happen, and I cried so hard I had to leave out.
Yeah.
Because it was just so special. And she's always been my favorite artist since she first came out. And it would be a pleasure to meet her. Pleasure.
You know,
Pleasure,
we
pleasure.
would play we a lot of times, especially when we're doing, Women's History Month, we play My Life. My Life is just one of the most beautiful songs.
Yes,
I mean, I just
yes, but she got some ones. I mean, I got every album,
wow.
and I'm every album that ever came out, and she got some special ones on there. Besides My Life,
Yeah.
on those albums that people don't even listen to.
Yep.
But that's a special lady, and she helped me get through a lot of things in life. I love her so much. If I had that choice, that would be it.
Queen of Hip Hop Soul, Mary J. Blige. Thank you.
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow. You see everybody just Mary J. Mary J. Look, I'd love to get her in the studio to talk to her.
Man, Mary J. is
Mary J. is
she been through a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been through a lot.
We actually used to use a video of her in the classroom, talking about her life and
Oh wow.
some of the abuses she suffered. Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh
Right.
yeah. She been through it.
She been through it.
And came out on the other side. Mary J. All right. Woo.
Love No Limit.
Yeah.
My favorite song from Mary.
Mine's Reminisce.
She
I
has a
will
lot of
belt
songs.
that out. Reminisce.
You may have to.
I can.
I would do can I do mine?
Yes.
I'm gonna do Norman Brown,
No.
James Brown,
No.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh, you get all of them in. They were just here.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
They were here last night.
They were?
They were at the Greek Theater.
Oh wow. Shout out to the boy Dan at the
Friday.
Greek Theater right now.
Right. Yeah. Great. Well, and I was gonna say, if you gotta say Earth, Wind and Fire, I would love to meet Maurice White, the
The one with the
creator.
perm?
Yeah, the creator of Earth, Wind and Fire.
That's
Maurice
the one with the
White.
perm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
The brother that
The
the
flamboyant.
genius behind it.
Nah, he a real one.
Yeah. Yeah. He's Maurice.
He a beast.
Oof. 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 Oof.
Oh, and Johnny Taylor.
This go lady and Who's Making Love Too.
Johnny Taylor, man. He different. He was different.
Hello.
Hey.
All right. Hey, somebody on? Oh, go right ahead. I'm sorry. Backstage
Nope.
passes. Who is it?
Fonte Smith from Richmond.
Okay, and if you could have backstage passes to see someone, who would it be?
T. Whitney Houston.
Oh, yeah.
See, when you get Whitney, you get Bobby too. So it's 2 for 1.
No, man. It's Bobby. No.
If I want Uncle Bobby too.
Okay, you mean Bobby.
Yeah.
He ain't singing, but you could have Bobby.
Whitney, man, that
Yeah.
voice.
That's true. That's true. You're right. My bad. My bad. I was putting them with her, but on Bobby. Yeah.
He could
My
sing.
prerogative, Bobby. Yeah. But Whitney is the whole. That when you rank people, and I don't like ranking, but she's up there. With the great voices of all time.
Yeah.
With the great voices
Top
of all
tier. Top tier.
Yeah. She's the kind that you could put in a cathedral, with no mic, and she fill up the whole cathedral.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
That's
Patti
great.
LaBelle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
That's a great
and like in Grace Cathedral up here, Whitney had that kind of,
range.
not even range, just volume.
Volume
Just,
to the-
lady, you a singer, you could talk about it, but Whitney,
Volume to the voice.
when she could go up, and when she hit that top one, I'll always
You
love.
just didn't know.
She hit that low.
But it was full. Right, right. It wasn't like
Yeah.
daintily. It was like
No.
it was like I'm here.
Whitney,
She was-
Love Whitney.
I loved her in The Preacher's Wife, man.
I love her every bit of way. Black Bodyguard, Preacher's Wife, whatever. I love
Bodyguard was
Whitney.
the best. Yeah, she is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Whitney.
Now I'm only 39, so I know a little bit from my aunties and mom and stuff.
You know a lot to me.
Yeah.
You know a lot to me. And you know what? Like, the music is there. That's why, see, music is timeless. You can go back and play it forever. I don't care if you
Always.
back in the 20s, listening to that old jazz, or, you can go from, you can go all the way up. So, yeah, Whitney, we done heard a couple of night. I love that.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
so much. Happy Black Music Month. Wow. Whew, I'm out of breath.
I'm surprised I ain't heard Luther.
Well, you might if we keep going. Look, Luther I saw this thing. Saw
Staying in.
all the covers Luther did, not just and all the
Yeah,
background.
he did a lot of different samples.
Yeah.
He would take like the Carpenters. He would take like a
Yeah.
obstruct
Yeah.
song
Yeah.
and he made them hits from the
Yeah.
Carpenters and a couple other people. It was a very interesting story.
Did you see that bio on him?
did.
Yeah, it's a whole
loved it.
lot in
I
there.
loved it.
Yeah,
I cried. It was great.
It
Luther's
was
a GOAT.
that boy.
Arranging, writing,
Luther.
producing. Yeah.
You know what I like is when nobody could do that sort of. I can't do it right. That way he would do his voice, and other people try it, and like you ain't Luther. Why are you trying? You can't do that. Don't do that. Only he can do that, right? And I've heard people try to do it, and
he's a titan.
Luther, man, Luther.
Quincy Jones.
Yeah, I'm actually met Quincy Jones.
Who, you?
Yes.
So what did you say?
You
was
I said
starstruck?
hello, Mr. Jones.
Oh my God! You turned into a groupie?
No, I mean, because I got manners, brother.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, Mr. Jones. Thank you. No, I had been on I think I may have said this before. I've been on the show Vibe that Sinbad had years ago, and I went on the show to talk about the work we do with young people. And Quincy was a producer.
Wow.
And after the show, he said, come on down. I'd like to meet him. It was me and it was Miss Norris, right?
Awesome.
We both went, and Quincy says, "Well, and I'm
He
like,
was smooth, huh?
Quincy Jones.
He was cool. Huh?
It was wonderful. It was just wonderful to meet somebody like, and the fact that he asked to see us, right? And he didn't have to do that. I love the work you're doing, whoop-de-whoop, all that. And it was Quincy Jones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones, man, he done worked with everybody.
And he's got a bio on Netflix right now. You should see that. It's called Quincy.
He does?
Yes.
I'm watching.
Oh, it's amazing.
I'm watching.
From the Frank Sinatra days to the Michael Jackson days to the Weird World and his Rolodex. Quincy was just like, I need you, and he just call up and everybody would show up. At Quincy.
I seen a thing about
We
Are the World.
Yeah.
And he had Bob Dylan. He had to
everybody.
Whoever he at his disposal.
At his disposal. That's right. All right. You're on. Backstage passes. Who you got? Are you there? Oh, I thought I heard somebody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Who would it be?
You know what? I grew up in the Bay Area, and Steve Perry was my favorite artist. And yeah, it's gotta be Journey.
All right.
Gotta be Journey.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
Mike,
how can you not love his voice?
Does that one pass, Mike?
Steve Perry has an awesome voice.
Okay, so
the octaves that Steve Perry can hit.
You
I
cool
mean,
with it?
he's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say nothing about Steve. I would never say it. Come on, man. He's a legend. I can't say nothing about Post Malone. I can say something about Post Malone. Steve Perry, different. He's on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Man.
All right.
A whole nother level.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he's not in the band. And I don't know why Arnell is playing with them. I don't know what's going on with Steve.
I don't either. I
Yeah.
can't tell you that, brother.
I don't know. I don't know why he's not in the band.
Yeah. Maybe you can do some research and call us back and tell us. All right.
Ask chat.
I will. I need to find out because I want him back. I want him back. Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. Happy Black Music
Perry
Month.
could sing, though. Steve Perry could sing. He could sing.
Sang.
He could sing.
And well, if he's with the sang, then he can really sing. If he's singing,
Nah, he could.
that's how we do it.
I ain't gonna disrespect Journey.
That's how we.
I love this show because I'm a music guy.
You a music
I
guy.
would not disrespect Steve Perry. Post Malone is a different story. you can't get this much.
All right, let me get mine in real quick. Mine, easy. It's easy. Everybody know me.
Easy E?
No, not Easy E.
Oh, who?
Easy people know me. Backstage, me and Stevie Wonder.
Ooh.
It's got to be me and Stevie. I mean, I got 1,000 people, but Stevie has such just Stevie. Oh,
that's a good one.
Steve, let's just talk, Steve. And everybody who I met that knows him say it would be just a wonderful thing just to be in his presence. I mean, you know, from little Stevie Wonder all the way to, oh man, you know, there's so many. I went to see him in concert. In fact, I took Malcolm. He was little, and I mentioned this before. Him in concert at the Oakland, what was it? What
Coliseum
Oracle
or was
Coliseum
it Paramount?
No, something at the Coliseum.
Okay.
And he has so many hits, and that you had to clap for every one. I mean, he just was rolling. He's like Earth, Wind & Fire, just hit after hit after hit every time. You know, he exhausted us. He really did. We were tired because you got stamp and clap. You know, and 2.5 hours. I'm like later, there's Stevie, stop. And he's in on to the next song, and we're exhausted. That man, oh my God, I hope he's doing well in Ghana. That's where he is now, and I can understand. He foresaw what we're seeing, what's going on in the country now, and he said, I got to get out of here. But for me, first on the list. It would be a long list, like you. It would be
Stevie, man.
Stevie, my Cherie Amour Wonder. All right.
And when you go through, so I'm a music guy.
Mm-hmm.
You go through Stevie, man. You go through his catalog,
mm-hmm.
man. You gotta keep going. It's like 7 hours of music, 12 hours of like you could keep going with great songs though. Not just music, great music.
Yes.
That talking book.
So what's the song? The one Michael Jackson did. I Can't Help It. Can't Help It. Love that song.
Mm-hmm.
I guess on the Off the Wall album. Stevie wrote that song and said, "Here, Michael, just here, take it." You know, I mean, yeah, don't get me on Stevie. With nobody else will get to talk, right? You know. I mean, the first song I ever played on the piano, I was a Stevie Wonder song. You know, and now I can play one.
My Cherie Amour. What you play? You play when he was like, "Get out the water, baby."
Ribbon in the Sky. I can literally make myself.
What's that song? It's about his daughter.
Isn't she lovely?
Oh,
yeah, that song is beautiful, man. Oh, yeah, man. All right. Lady, you want to get one more in because we're going to have to bounce for this first hour. One more for you.
I'm going to do one that we don't hear much from. Well, let me pop two. Impressions and the Four Tops.
I can't help myself.
That's one.
I love you and nobody else. All right.
Sugar pie, honey bunch.
Right. Thank you, everyone. What a wonderful hour celebration of Black music. We need to just do this again, just in not Black Music Month, just because of all the joy that it brought in the midst of all this madness that we're dealing with. Thank you so much. And we're going to transition to the second hour. We had a special conversation with our young people about music, who they like. You might be surprised at the eclectic taste of our young people that we talk to at Alive and Free. All right, Ann.
Join us at YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free. And you can always take us on the go when you visit stayaliveandfree.org.
I think even at, the ages you are, I think I know the age ranges, and you guys are going for college, and and the ones in high school, you've gotten, what we tried to give you was a lot of wisdom you might not acquire in life at all, and you might not acquire this early. So when we say things, like you're only one bad decision away, that's wisdom. That's wisdom. Some people never learn that. Some people are making bad decisions and they're 80, So, nothing, and don't be ashamed of the wisdom that you have acquired, right? And automatically, because you have wisdom, you're going to be different than most of your contemporaries because they just don't have it. So today we're gonna take a look at a subject we haven't covered, and we've covered a lot of subjects now. Even in my text to you, I said we're gonna do a topic I think you're gonna like. Today this June is Black Music Month. We have not had a conversation about music all year. And we talk about everything in here, but we haven't talked about music. So we're gonna have a little conversation about music. But first, I have to ask, and Andrew's gonna help me. I gotta know what type of music you like, and who are your favorite. Who's in your, what they call it? In your, what category? Your phone, whatever. I don't know how you. Who you? All right. Each of you tell me the type of music you like and who your artists are. So you first.
R&B.
You like R&B?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can't think off the top of my head.
Who you listen to? Who's in your? What do you
Listen to
play?
everything.
That's what I'm thinking.
I be listening to like old music, like
old school,
like Richie Valens, you know, like I can't think right now.
Richie Valens.
Richie Valens. Yeah. Hey, where you know? How you get to be old school?
Oh,
that's cool. I love it.
Yeah,
Most people like to know who Richie Valens is.
My pops was just listening to everything, all old, new, everything.
Okay.
So, but I can't think right now.
Okay.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
All right. Okay. Who you like?
R&B, like Drake. I like Broadway.
You like hip hop?
Yeah.
Okay, hip hop. I thought you had some serious.
I do. Drake, and you said Broadway. Yeah.
Broadway, come on, put some respect on his name.
Wale, W-A-L-E.
Okay, put hip hop.
Oh, Rod Wave.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we got we got old school, we got hip hop. Okay. Let me see. And I gotta make sure I know who these people are, cause you know I'm old. I know who Drake is. Who the other one?
You know Rod Wave. Come on now.
Do I?
I don't know. I don't know.
They play
I've
him on.
heard.
They play him
I
on,
don't. I can't.
Is he on Cameo?
I don't know about that.
Do they play him on Cameo?
No, probably not.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what you know. Okay, time. Who you like?
Rod Wave.
So you like hip hop too?
Rod Wave's not hip hop for real.
What is it?
He's rap, right?
No,
it's like a mixture.
Yeah. It's like melodic rap. Gospel rap.
Okay.
Good word. Good word.
You know what it is, Ann?
We're learning. We're learning together, Dr. Marshall.
All right. New person. What kind of music you like and who you like?
Hip hop, Nicki Minaj.
Okay. Who?
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, Nicki. I found out something about Nicki. That's right. I'm Nicki Minaj. All right. What kind of music you like?
I had growing up with the old and classic and newer stuff, but let's see. For the classic one, Vicente Fernandez and Jenny Rivera, mostly. He's a Mexican artist. He's a singer.
You know how to spell it?
Oh yeah.
What kind of music is that?
Like ranchero mariachi type.
Yeah.
Exactly. We gotta put the type up there of music it is.
Oh right.
You just write it underneath. Yeah.
You put it over here. Oh. You got room?
You can write it under. So. Yeah.
Oh, mariachi. Yeah,
I grew
like
up
that.
around that stuff.
Okay, Tiny, what kind of music do you like and what artists?
Young boy, what? Where would he fit in?
No, they're just making categories.
We're gonna talk about music today. So I just want to know what artists you like and what kind of music you like.
Yeah.
Rap.
Rap, young boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You a killer.
And who do you like? Who do you like?
She said NBA Young Boy.
NBA Young Boy.
You listen to him, Doc?
We'll get to me in a minute. Okay. Let me end it with me. All right. Okay, Lauren.
I don't really have like a specific genre. I listen to all kinds of music.
All kinds of music.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't even think of one I like.
So when you say all kinds of music, is there an artist that pops in your mind that you like and that you listen to?
No, I listen to all of them.
You listen to all
You
of
got
them?
your headphones right now. What were you listening to just now?
I was just on TikTok and other stuff.
So when you say all kinds, you listen to hip hop? You listen to R&B? Huh?
I don't really pay attention. If the music's good, if the music's good. And any genre, if the music's good.
Any genre of the music is good.
With though.
Okay. Well, to him.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. What is good to you?
I would say
You
hip hop.
saying you just take over? No.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Because I'm curious, I'm also curious. Okay, Patrice, what kind of music do you listen to and who?
I listen to a lot of different music and people. So like hip hop, yeah, like Drake, Broadway, Youngboy. R&B, I listen to like Neo, Mario, Lloyd, Mary J. Blige, like that type of stuff.
Neo, you said.
Mary J. Blige.
So what is Neo classified as?
I feel like
He ain't really a rapper.
R&B? No?
Yeah, he kind of, yeah, you could put him in an R&B category. Yes, I think he could. All right. Him and his hat. Okay. All right.
Oh, wait. And Lil Durk.
Who else?
Lil Durk.
Lil
He's a
Durk.
rapper.
It's funny, I actually know who these people are. It's terrible.
I didn't expect you to.
I know, man. I gotta stay in touch.
Right.
Okay. All right. You got another one?
Yeah.
Who?
Anita Baker in R&B. I listen to her.
Anita Baker?
Mm-hmm.
R&B Anita Baker. See, anybody that likes anything old, I'm always curious as to how you got that way. So, where'd you learn about Anita Baker?
My mom, aunties, they knew when I was younger, and I kind of, they grew on me.
I got another one. Alicia Keys.
Okay.
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys. I said iced tea. I was like, is that what I said? No, Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys.
Say one thing, I hear another. Alicia Keys. I like Alicia Keys myself. Okay, Galen, you can't get away.
I mean, I really listen to it's between I listen to San Francisco type rap, even I listen to Lil Durk most of the I play him every day.
Lil Durk.
Yeah, I play him every day.
So when you say San Francisco, you ain't from the city.
Nah, I play like my cousins and shit. I play with my cousins.
Your cousin. Okay.
Shit, put that on.
What crazy? Who's your cousin?
You can put Lil Yee, Lil Peep. Lil Yee, Lil P. You can put
Lil P, Lil Yee,
you can throw T.I.O. Twin in there. I listen to him every day. Yeah.
Like that?
So you're doing the hometown
Right.
rap.
Put another E. Put another E.
All right. Give the local boys some love. All right, Ariana.
I like Party Next Door.
Party Next Door. Is that R&B?
That's R&B.
Yeah.
So you like R&B. Do you listen to the hip hop at all?
Yeah, like I like Drake. I don't really listen to hard rap though. I like Janae too. Summer Walker.
All right.
Some more.
Hey, Lloyd up there. Nobody said Lloyd.
No, everybody gets music is like ice cream. You get to pick your flavor. You know, I'm just trying to find out what you like. That's all. People like chocolate, but who you like? And what you listen to?
What's it called? Mrs. Stell put me on to John Coltrane. John Coltrane. Fire. What's it called?
Wait, John who?
John
Coltrane.
You mean jazz?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Write it up there, bro.
Yeah.
He like jazz. He like John Coltrane. That's some serious jazz.
I know.
They don't know who John Coltrane is.
Of course not.
John,
right?
You're funny.
Right. What's it called? B.B. King is fire. B.B. King, Marvin Gaye.
What's that?
That's not jazz though.
B.B. King.
What about blues?
But everybody gets there, so you know, don't put he did B.B. King, Marvin Gaye, which is R&B, and I would say old school R&B. Okay, this is great. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You can grab a seat, man.
All right.
I just wanted to know, before we begin the conversation about music, I wanted to see where, how can I say this, what they call this, a focus group, that's what they would call you, of today, what their musical tastes were, you know. And you're all over the map, which is kind of cool. I thought you might be like 99%, you know, because KML, that's 99%. I mean, KML is what, hip hop and R&B, but you know, even R&B sounds like, yeah, it does. Oh, okay. So let me tell you a little bit about my musical tastes. I am an R&B and jazz guy because that's what I grew up on. To this day, my favorite artist is Stevie Wonder. I love Stevie Wonder. Yeah, Stevie Wonder. Yes.
What do you think of Jimi Hendrix? Jimi Hendrix.
Well, Jimmy was a genius, right? He's one of the great guitarists of all time, right? And he inspired a lot of people. But I don't want to get too far into that. And jazz, you mentioned John Coltrane. I'm on jazz. My son, who was a generation obviously under me, he is a Prince guy. He loves Prince, and he's a Michael Jackson guy.
Oh,
who is it?
Yeah.
Well, but you didn't say that's just him. So when my son, you know, he run around with the one glove. My son, yeah, my son, and my son, you know, when they tried to do the breakdancing thing, so he got this cardboard thing, and he put it on in the garage, and he tried to spin on his head and damn near kill himself. I said, no. He did. We had a lot of fun. And my son actually ended up being a big he's a very good DJ. I mean, he's old school DJ. He actually does scratching, right? He can do it. He took over my speakers. I brought that. See, in them days you had these big, like, you ever see the old school parents with the big speakers? Yeah. I came home one day, that boy cut out my speakers. Cut out my speakers and just had the speaker, you know, his speaker. He took all the wood out, cut out, I'm gonna kill him. Took out the speaker, and he got my turntables, you know, and ruined my needle scratching. You know, my son, we've been through it. Yeah, so so a generation under me. But I also liked Michael Jackson, and I also liked Prince. Right. But when I started working with the club back in the early 90s, the young people at the club was into hip hop. And Patrice, I couldn't stand me no damn hip hop. I couldn't. It didn't make no sense to me, right? Because not only I'm a sort of amateur musician, mostly amateur, I play the piano, right? And if you're into music, you know, piano has notes, you know, and melody. And hip hop was just, to me, a bunch of noise. But I remember the first time I saw how big the impact hip hop had on young people. I gave this dance at the school I was working at. And, you know, I used to DJ my own parties when I was in college. I'm not telling you that story. But we had 45s. Y'all don't know about 45. You gotta really be old to know about 45. Little bitty records like this. And you put them on the spindle and they would drop. You're too young for that. You gotta really ask your grandparents about that, right? But at the school dances, we would play records. You know, and I'm used to play one record and you go to another record. I was at the school years ago and I played this record and it was like 12 minutes long, Ty. And when the record was over, they said play it up. Yeah. They played it again. They played the same record like 5 times in a row. And they couldn't stop playing this one record, and the record was Rapper's Delight. You remember Rapper's Delight? Y'all even know Rapper's Delight. Oh, Mrs. Dell, I don't know your favorite record. Rapper's Delight. All right. Old school.
My favorite.
One of the first, and I can't even rap, so I ain't gonna try. So, they people Rapper's Delight, and I actually liked Rapper's Delight. I actually liked the record, partially because it was a sample of an R&B tune by a group called Chic, right? It was a sample. But still, I was not a hip-hop fan, and one day, the kids in the club all love hip-hop, right? They love this, they call it rap, they didn't really call it hip-hop. I said, one of the kids came to me and said, Doc, you gonna like this. You gonna like this. I said, nah, I ain't gonna like it. I ain't gonna like it. And them days, see, time go by so fast. They had, remember Walkmans? You don't know about Walkmans. Oh, God, it's good.
Little thing in the pocket.
Yeah, Walkman, right? Walkman, he said, you gonna like this. I ain't gonna like it. And he put the headphones on me, the earphones, and I was like, oh, yeah, I like this. I'm feeling, yeah, I like this, Mace. Mace, I like this, yeah, I'm feeling this, yeah. And it was a group called Public Enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Marshall, love him. Some Public Enemy. I'm telling you, I even tried to be a rapper. No, I didn't. But I tried, but I didn't. And I like Public Enemy because to me, as Michael Jackson used to say, you gotta be saying something.
Oh, yeah, no.
If you ain't saying something, you ain't saying nothing, I don't wanna
hear
it. And Public Enemy was like, I got a letter from the government the other day. I opened and read it. It said we were suckers. All right, let me leave it alone. That's all I got for you. So then, and if you're a good, I would say a good parent or a good, somebody's working with you, you want to know everything about them. You want to know the friends they're around. You want to know the TV shows they're watching, and you want to know something about the music they listen to. So Todd, I was like, I gotta find out about this music. So Todd, I jumped into hip hop. I learned more hip hop than the kids.
Hip hop will do that.
I went all the way back to Africa Bambaataa. I learned about when hip hop started. I learned everything. And in those days, in the 90s, on the radio show, we didn't play R&B, we played hip hop. But we had what they call conscious hip hop, because it fit the show.
Right.
So, and again, y'all don't know these names because I know a lot more history than y'all. Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. This group was a group called obviously PE, Arrested Development. There's a group called Poor Rising Teachers. Anyway, because we were a socially conscious show, we had socially conscious music. And it was perfect. We had enough songs to fit the show. So it was, man, especially in those days, we were on 4 hours. And so I was like, yeah, play this song, play this song. But then the music started to change. And I said to the kids, this is different music. This is different music. This is different music. And I actually called the music drive-by music. Can anybody guess what group I'm talking about?
NWA? Yeah.
That's exactly right. NWA. I was like, no, this ain't the same. This ain't the same. They said, oh man, you just hating on our. They used to say I was hating on their music. Hating on the music. It's just music. I said, no, this is different. Why you call it drive-by music? Because when they doing drive-bys, this is what they listening to, right? They wasn't listening to Tribe Called Quest. They wasn't listening to none of that. So I felt the music, to this day, I felt the music took a left turn and has never come back to the right turn. Well, to the center, not even to the, that's just me, right? And so I have. Let me ask another question. Do you think music and the videos, let me throw the videos in there. Do you think they have an impact on young people's thought and behavior?
Yeah.
Now you gotta say why. You gotta say, and speak loudly, because you say, what do you say?
So, WAP, WAP, after that video, a whole lot of other videos, like, started to, like, follow along the same type of, like, behavior and actions. Yeah, yeah.
But you be more, just, see, I don't, tell me, because I don't know everything that you're talking about.
Right.
So,
Yeah, no,
what was
so.
that video
Cardi
about?
B.
Cardi B, it was Megan Thee Stallion, it was Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
It was like basically just women just displaying themselves, right? Just for everybody to see, and basically just being like oh yeah, like wet as this and that, basically. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know what you did and didn't know.
If you tell me something I know about it, I'm going like, I remember watching that, I was like, oh, you got me. Damn. Okay, all right. So you think it can have an effect?
For sure.
On thought
For sure.
and action.
For sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
I just feel like young people, when they find themselves liking like a role model, not a role model, but like a figure that's like everywhere they see them, they often try to portray themselves as that person and try to be like that person. So I feel like they often replicate what the person's doing in that video or what they portray themselves to do, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Any thoughts on does it impact young people's thoughts and or behavior? Yes, sir.
I mean, I just feel like me personally, I've been seeing it so much more often, especially on YouTube news. I watch a lot of news on YouTube, and a lot of young teens are just living such chaotic lives, shooting, killing each other, and it's such a direct correlation to the rap music that they're exposed to. Especially because I got a little nephew, and he was caught drinking lean, and he's only 14. I didn't even know about lean until I turned like 21.
Yeah.
So it's just like as we get older and the younger generation starts to grow up, they're just being exposed to so much more, but they think it's the way to live. It's what they want to do because they see it on TV and they want to be cool. But it's crazy.
And you think the music and the videos may have something to do with their actions and their thought process?
When you see your favorite rapper on a video with a bunch of girls naked with guns, money, you want to be like, oh, I want to be like him. Because that's what you're so used to. That's what you think is good.
Okay. Patrice, I want your thoughts on this. I want everybody's thought. I just want to tell me what you think. Do you think it affects young people's thoughts or behavior?
Yeah, I do. Cause like me personally, like I have like some friends who like they listen to like a lot of like rap and stuff, and like now they like even want to become rappers themselves, and like they kind of like they kind of take after like the rappers they listen to and do the same thing in their rap videos, talk about the same thing in their rap songs. Like, yeah, I think it does impact them negatively.
Negativity, okay.
Yeah.
Tommy and then, yeah.
I agree with Patrice. I feel like it's more so of them trying to be something that they're not just because they see everybody else doing it, and then it don't work out for them in the end.
Oh, I just remember like 'cause I'm working with third graders right now. That's like a school campus thing, and these third graders are like they just know way too much, way more than I knew when I was in third grade. Like I asked them like because I was like we had like some free time, so like I want to play music, and I asked them what to play. They like tell me to play like Lil Durk, King Von. I'm like what the heck? I'm like bro, and then I like just talking about like guns and stuff. I'm like bro, like alright, yeah. So I was like that was kind of crazy. So I didn't obviously play that, but like. It was like eye opening, like how like at this younger age you're like it's because social media obviously, but it's just kind of crazy to me.
These cell phones.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. You got Ariana, your thoughts?
Yeah, they just said what I was gonna say. I was basically just gonna say like,
I feel like our generation is a lot more exposed to it, especially with social media and just like everything. Like it's just everywhere, and that's why a lot of the young kids pick up on it and they're easily influenced. And then as they get older, they just like carry it with them, and then it just gets worse.
When I first brought this up years ago, and really it coincided with, you know, NWA, which is putting out a different type of music and literally a different type of videos, right? If you watch those old videos, they, you know, and then the album covers was, you know, guns, you know. I mean, Eazy-E, I remember Eazy standing with an AK-47, you know, I'd be like, what kind of, so I began to have discussions. This stuff is really affecting the way you think and the way you act. Yes, sir.
I do have to say though, it does also have a positive impact as well. Okay. Because I'm not just going to be like, oh, it's completely negative. Like, music is how I even became just hip to what was going on in the world. Like, certain artists, like you were talking about that conscious music, there are still rappers who do rap consciously. Yes. And they're pitting on such poetic storylines for what's really going on. I really wouldn't have known about a lot of this stuff if it wasn't for people like Kendrick, Rod Wave, Nas. Like, yeah, like hearing what's actually going on and seeing it from another person's perspective, but the similarities are still there. It really hit.
Well, obviously I agree because that's what I played. Yeah. I mean, that's all I played. I mean, I played Nas, you know. Right now, however, I don't have a lot of songs to play. In fact, if I play songs now, I don't have any. The only current artist I could play that's positive is probably Kendrick or J. Cole. If I get to write J. Cole, you know. Kendrick, she loved, and then this brother they got, Mr. Stell likes the LA brother who got killed. Nipsey, right? She loved that song. You want to do that song, Mr. Stell?
The last time I checked.
Last time I checked, she be in the studio. Last time I checked, okay. But we ain't got a lot of selection. Right now, well, but so when I open this show now, I'm playing an old song because I really don't have a current song I can play. This, you listen to the show, we always start the song called "The Light" by Common. That's the song we open up with. But if I had to, could play 10 songs, I just don't have a lot of new choices. I have a bunch of old choices, but a lot of those old songs aren't in the KMEL catalog anymore. So I remember having a discussion about this one day, and they were just fighting me. Man, you just hating on me, Dr. Barnes. You don't like me, you hate them. I said, no, man, we just having a discussion because I think it's actually affecting the way you think, even the way you dress. He said, no, I don't affect the way you dress. And then he looked at himself. He said, man, there's this rapper named Cameron. I don't know if I remember Cameron. Yeah. He was dressed exactly like Cameron. Sitting right there. So it was a really, 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 really good discussion. Now, I wanted to make them, anything I think that affects your life and freedom, I'm going to talk about, right? And then when we got deep discussions, I remember this one brother, he's up there he's one of our heroes, but at that time, Mike, when he was 16 years old, when he was out there selling dope and all that kind of thing, they robbed a liquor store in Oakland, over by Oakland Tech. And he analyzed what was going on inside of him when he robbed the liquor store. He said, I was high, of course, off of weed, risk factor, right? I've been drinking, and I was listening to the lyrics of Mind of a Lunatic by the Ghetto Boys. And that was playing in his head, and then, he shot the cop, went to jail, and damn near ruined his life until we rescued him, right? Until he got out. But anything that's in that anything that can impact you like that to hurt somebody or lose your life or your freedom, we have to take a look at it. So music's not off limits, just like your friends aren't off limits. In fact, I'll go the opposite way. I actually think music gets a pass. For some reason, I think music gets a pass. I think that even people that love you might certainly sort of, and I'm using the word police, not in the police sense, but in, you know, caution you about the friends you hang around. They may even say something about, you know, your video games that you're playing. They might say something about even the shows that you watch. But I don't know that a lot of people say anything about the music you listen to. And maybe it's because they listen to the same music, I don't know. But, so, I think it's actually, to be honest with you, I think it has, just listening to you and your musical influences, I think it actually has less of an impact now than it did 15 years ago. Because in them days, man, that was, this wouldn't have been up here. Wouldn't know, in this room, there wouldn't have been a lot of old school R&B. They was down, I mean, you know, they would, look, man, they had their 10 favorite rappers and so on and so forth. But it doesn't matter if it's a little or a lot, I want to take a look at it. So, we're going to look at music through the Alive and Free lens.
Okay.
It was like
who? Tink. Yeah, Tink.
It's country music. Y'all some eclectic folks.
Who did you say the last one?
LMA.
After LMA?
Tink.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Just making sure I got it.
She that's R&B. LMA, oh my God, she up there. She up there.
I mean,
MAI, I think it's MAI.
Morgan Wallen.
Oh yeah.
This is my first time listening to country music.
Okay, so the next question we asked them was, do you think hip hop, the lyrics and the videos have an impact on people's thoughts and behavior?
Yes.
Go ahead for country. Sorry.
Morgan Wallen.
Right. Okay. That's all.
So, tell me why you think that, or what have you seen that makes you say that?
If you see like people around here, a lot of them have like some nice chains, money, and like I know some of the people that are in the music videos, and they're like either my age or younger, so it's kind of like, damn, like you can see them like with stacks of money, they'll have like a perspective on you, like if I'm really like.
Okay. We spoke about this in the financial class. We spoke about how social media affects you greatly, like how your like life in general, like how you live, what you want, what you desire, and that just falls into the category. Like, so you see somebody in a music video, like what you were saying, like, oh, he got a new chain, blinged out chain. Oh, he got money. Oh, he live in a certain lifestyle. Oh my gosh, I want that lifestyle. You know what I mean? That type of thing. And then another thing is yeah, from the music videos, from also the movies, all that, they try to chase that thug lifestyle or something like that. They oh my gosh, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like they normalize it in a way, like.
But the music be good,
It's funny, somebody
the beats
said,
be good though, you can't.
everybody you are the, maybe not the first group, but if I had go back 10 years, even 10 years, everybody in the class, every male in the class, I said, what you want to be? What do you think they said?
A rapper.
Y'all want to be a rapper. I'm seriously. They really wanted to be a rapper. They was, you know, what was their favorite phrase? They couldn't come to class if they was going to be in the studio. Everybody was going to be in the studio. It was crazy. It just shows you how much things have changed. I could go back maybe 5 years now, and don't nobody say they want to be a rapper. Or it ain't the same, certainly the same number. Okay. The question I have for you, do you think that, let me get this, I gotta say this right, because I never say it right. What you saw in this segment, the depiction of black men and boys, do you think that's healthy for our young people? No. Yes or no? Healthy or no?
No.
Okay. All right.
What you say is not healthy, that means you think it's unhealthy. And I'm only what you saw. I'm not saying nothing else, right? Because you didn't see a lot of conscious stuff in there, right? So, all right. Because Alive and Free, and I think you all know, is a health-based model, right? Everything with balance is a sickness. A what? A virus. A disease. A virus, a disease, right? We use a disease model, right? Let me just see if anybody's really been studying. And this is how you know it's unhealthy with that. You see any risk factors in those videos? Yeah. Name one. You see guns?
Guns. Drugs.
Drugs.
Gangs.
If we think about it, at the beginning of the movie, they said all the commandments of violence. Like they're listing all of them.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's in you to automatically see things through the Alive and Free lens, even music. So even though you said it was unhealthy, if I took you through it, you could say, well, it's unhealthy because look at all the risk factors and commandments in there, right? And there's almost certain dominant themes in this. Is guns, is money, material values over people, right? Is drugs, and it's sex. Oh, you didn't see a lot of that in there. All right. Okay. My job is done. Now the question is, since you just said it's what? How can I say this in a way that I want to put it on you? Because see, the problem is when you say something's unhealthy, you got to decide if you want to put unhealthy stuff in your spirit. Let me say that one more time. You got to decide if you want to put unhealthy stuff in your spirit. Just like you got to decide if you want to put unhealthy food in your body. Or in your body, right? Once you say something's unhealthy, you have to make a decision. Now, that's on you. If you want to listen and absorb this all the time, you just decided I'm going to live with unhealthy stuff, right? And I told you to give you examples of people who just, I think you can understand what happens when you just live in an unhealthy, you have unhealthy friends, you have unhealthy anything. And that's good, because you said it's unhealthy, now you have to make a decision about if you want to listen to it all the time. Not only that, play it around your little brothers and sisters all the time. Go to unhealthy concerts all the time. Back in the day, there were concerts I would never let my daughter go through. I would not let her go to an NWA concert. Because I know it's going to be some drama. Could she go to Janet Jackson? Yeah. Could she go to Mariah Carey? Yeah. But I was looking at it not through popular lens. I'm looking at it through, is there a chance some drama might jump off? Most people don't pay attention to the music. And it's interesting because Mr. Stella's already showed you one of the things you should always listen to is what? Background music. So we've already got music in there. Again, we just give you something to think about, right? I have been at adult functions, I'm saying this, with grown people, professional grown people, like fraternities and sororities grown people, with every degree. They had a barbecue, their kids are out there and they playing this. Because they say it's just, not only that, they ain't even thinking. They ain't thinking in Alive and Free, they're not thinking healthy, and they got these little kids running around, listening to NB, everything else, and then a little kid called a little girl up, right there in the thing. You always got to have a responsible adult in the room. And these are my peers. This ain't them. I'm running over there like, turn that. Ish. I don't. What word did I put in front of it? S-H-I. Turn that. Because they ain't even thinking about little kids. They just so hypnotized by the music that they ain't thinking that they ain't even thinking about little kids. Because they're trying to be cool and popular and up to date. And I'm trying to, play the latest this, the latest that. Because they don't look at it through the lens of Alive and Free or whether it's healthy or unhealthy. It's funny, they even grilling stuff. They say, well, I don't know about the kids should have this because it's not healthy. Okay. Women and girls in hip hop, music and videos. Same question. Do you think that depiction of women and girls is healthy? No. Okay. All right. Okay. There's a lot more analysis we can do, but so let me just say, what risk factor jumps out you?
Negative view.
Say that again. Now, the negative view of women, thank you very good, Patrice. Anybody can have a negative view of women. Men can have a negative view of women, and women can have a negative view of women. All right. But I like that you saw it through the alive and free lens. You saw the negative view, and we saw the risk factors, you saw the commandments, you saw the money, you saw this. Just having a good time. And somebody, an adult, decided that the kids needed some entertainment. So he went back there and turned on the music and he put some 2 Chainz on. Oh, boy. And them kids was I mean, like, on cue. I mean, like, as soon as they got there, what the hell? So, Mr. Akins, Andre Akins Sr., Andre's dad, he said, turn that. He ran again, and I saw with my own eyes. He ran back there and he put some Erykah Badu on. So I know what music can do, right? I know the power. Can I say the power of music? Yeah. So yeah, it can't be off limits, and there was a reason it was called Drive-By Music. And incidentally, he's one of my original hip hop guys, Jermaine. You know, ATC. I don't forget nothing. Well, I was thinking about part of the thing about hip hop, unlike jazz, particularly, hip hop is a spoken word, right? So anything that's in you is what comes out. So if you're a conscious person, and if you're a gangster, it's gonna come out of you, right? Supposedly. But if you think about this, think of R&B, think of any other form. It's the first form of music that came along that was based on beef. I mean, it was based on battling each other, verbally somebody else. So if you think of 2 great saxophone players, not that you say Coltrane, you know who Coltrane is. I'll say somebody that he and Jack know, like Sonny Rollins, you know, they're great. And they would go and they would have what they call cutting sessions. And basically it was like, you good, I'm good. They would, they tried to get better with each other. But they didn't try to tear each other down. I remember, anybody know who Roxanne Shante is? Jermaine know. She was an early New York rapper. And, New York was where it was before it got to the West Coast. And she was 18. The Queen Latifah was out and these other sisters were doing anything. And for some reason, she decided the best way to battle them was to tear them down. So she cut this record and she just blasted every other, you know the record, I heard the record. She talked about Queen Latifah like a dog. She talked about all rappers. So that just didn't happen in any other form of music. Because if you even don't like somebody, you can't hear it through a saxophone, right? You can't hear it through a trumpet. And it didn't happen in R&B. You never heard that happen in R&B singing. So there was a foundation of rapping and putting some, and beat in hip hop is part of hip hop. And it goes all the way back to Roxanne and Nas and Jay-Z and 50 Cent made his career on, who did 50 Cent smash to make his career? I know more hip hop than they know. Who did he make his career on beating up? You know, Ja Rule. That's how he did it.
Oh yeah.
He smashed Ja Rule to become 50 Cent. He couldn't make it on his own. Hip hop is about knocking somebody else out. It's so non-African, it's ridiculous. It's all European. Smash somebody. Smash somebody. And then you got the local rappers. They always battle that. But back in the day when he was over here, neighborhood rappers. So it's interesting. He's on beat. The latest one, of course, has been Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Is part of the whole. It's almost accepted. You got to beat somebody up. So, and of course, when you diss somebody, you're setting yourself up for this week, you know. And the worst time was 20, 30 years ago when Pac and Biggie got into this East Coast, West Coast thing. And they couldn't get into a room and talk it over like grown men. You know, one was pumping up the other, some was pumping up. And so in 6 months, you had probably two of the greatest artists ever gunned down.
Tupac is still a supposedly Tupac is still a supposedly Like, he really don't.
Well, if you see him, let me know. I've been looking for 26 years, 30 years. I ain't found him yet. I ain't even had a Tupac sighting. So Elvis ain't supposed to be dead either. But everybody got the people they want to keep alive, right? I got that. All right. But when you see him, let me know. My point is, it's based on beef, right? It's based on battling. And it's very dangerous when you just start talking about people. If you do it on social media, you're gonna have a, you know. So it's because it's spoken. You can just talk about somebody, then somebody got to talk about you, and then you know. I mean, neighborhood rappers are probably worse because I mean, there's a lot of stories in places like Baltimore and Kansas City and something like that. You know, you talk about neighborhood and they get gunned down. And the worst thing when you have your partner is just like you gonna let that dude talk about you like that. So a lot of that is in there, right? Unlike any other form of music. But let's just go back to talk about the impact music can have on you. Do you understand music hits you at a level you don't even know?
Yeah. It's emotional.
You understand that?
Affirmation.
So why do they have jingles and commercials about food?
So you remember it's catchy. So you remember them.
And what are they trying to get you to do?
Buy the food.
Right. You ain't even hungry, but you here. Right? Or have it your way. Yeah, so you think, you know, there's a reason they use music, because music hits you in a it's called subliminal messaging.
I'm not gonna lie, coming back to the beef thing and how like nowadays people are taking advantage of that. Nowadays, this new generation, like I get what you mean, they're not doing the right thing, but I feel like something like, especially this new generation, they're a little bit like smarter maybe, or maybe more money hungry. They kind of force these beefs and really try to show it online to get more hype, generate more hype for both of them. Something I was saying like that Drake and whole thing was supposedly fake. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like stuff like that. And I see all through social media people doing that too. Oh, he's talking about this, he's talking about that, they beefing. But then they're just friends in real life. They're really just doing it for the internet. Like,
they have an additional tool to do the beef with, which is social media. Now, the one thing about, I don't really mean it, it's sort of like play fight. Remember you used to play fight?
Yeah. Until it turned into a real fight.
And but you just, and then somebody hit you a little too hard, and the play fight turns into, that's why I don't play fight. You say, you know, I don't really mean it, but you know, then you'd be like, maybe you really mean it. And then if your boy starts talking to you, well, you didn't see, so you're right. Social media takes everything to a whole new level. I mean, everything to a whole new level. My point was that music hits you at a subliminal thing. So there is such a thing as love music. Y'all know? You got any lovers in the house? Don't tell me. I knew it was gonna be you. You know, so you have love music. That's right. You know, that's why you play when you know, in the mood. You play certain music, right? Because You know, that's what it does, right? You have, Mrs. Dell always laughs when I do that. You have spiritual music. So, if you go out, or I go out, which I don't do a lot, on Saturday night, and I come in the next day to church, and I'm like this, because I want to listen. I'm there, but I ain't there because I'm sleepy. And the preacher starts preaching. I'm still like this. Preacher shuts up, and then the choir starts singing. And I'm like this. And suddenly I'm awake getting my, what they call it? Getting my praise on. Because the music hits me at a level, an unconscious level. I mean, it hits you there. So music is nothing to be played with. In Native society, you didn't make hit records. Music was part of the culture. In a Native American society, in African culture, music was part of ceremony. So, just like music can be used for good, it can get perverted. Yes.
I really like how Ryan Coogler had portrayed music in what's the movie called? Sinners.
I gotta see that movie.
When he was performing,
everybody's seen it.
They went through a whole orchestra of just how we influence music and how music really is influenced through the culture. They had African dances, they had rock. It was so great to just see that and really just get an understanding because music is impactful.
10 o'clock, they playing some old school. There's actually couples dancing. You know what couples are? Yeah. You know what couples are? Yeah. Two people dancing. Yeah. 11 o'clock, even if they play some old school rap, still, some old school back in the day, right?
Mr. Demetrius, before Dr. Morrison, before you move on, I think Mr. Demetrius was saying something.
Oh, Mr. Demetrius, you want to say something?
Too far, we don't want.
Jump in, please.
You stay in Todd.
Jump in, please.
I was thanking Todd for bringing up Sinners because that was the center point of the movie and basically how the control, what they wanted to control about the culture is our music because they understand how embedded music is in our culture, in our soul, in our being, and how we move, how we communicate and everything. So really powerful scene that he brought up when it pertains to music and that movie.
That makes me think of this movie called Undercover Brother. I don't know if it's Undercover Brother. So an Undercover Brother, I'll get back to my other point. They wanted to kill the revolutionary spirit. And in order to do that, they had to put it into an ingredient into something that people would ingest and would kill the revolutionary spirit because they want to keep them docile. So Billy D. Williams played this character, and it's something that the people had to love and would eat no matter what. Anybody want to guess what it was? What would they put out?
Fried chicken.
Huh?
Fried chicken.
That's right, it's a fried chicken. Because they know we gonna eat what?
Fried chicken.
And if we eat fried chicken, we was gonna become basically these dumbed down people of revolution. What basically she said and what you said is if you dumb down the music, you ain't gonna get no revolutionary spirit.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get them, and Public Enemy is direct opposite of that, right? So yes, music is, and everybody, the whole industry is in on it. So, I always call it the perfect murder. Well, I call it the perfect murder because the artist is in on it. They say, well, I want to do positive music, but I need to get
free.
Paid.
Hey.
Right? The record companies say, I'm just trying to get paid, right? The radio stations say, well, I'm just playing what they like. So sort of like everybody's in on it and pass the buck to the other person, because it's all about one thing.
Money.
The money. Yes.
I just, on the topic of music, you know, it's just, through my eyes, you know, music is a lot of things, you know. A lot of people would just listen to music through what I see, you know. Yeah, it might be an illusion through my eyes, but what I see is I feel like a lot of people listen to music because they like the beat. You know, if the beat's good, it's good.
Absolutely.
But me personally, if I like a song, I don't like it because the beat, you know, I like the beat, but that's the smallest thing, you know. I listen to the lyrics, you know, and it's just, right now, I listen to all different types of music. I can go from metal to classical, everything, you know. But right now, just with everything I've been going through, I've been listening to a lot of Killswitch Engage, just the band. And everyone's like, oh, Killswitch Engage, just the name of it sounds like, oh, they're just screaming and everything. And it is like metal and stuff classified. And metal is not really a genre, it's just a name. But it's just different, you know, it's very interesting because if you listen to the lyrics and the way they sing, it's just very beautiful.
That's very interesting because a lot of people, especially parents, don't even know what the lyrics are.
Yeah, and it's just like...
Well, no, they like the beat. Let me give you an example. Let me give you a beat. Give me an example. I could get you guys, I could get certain people to say things they wouldn't say if there was no music involved. Ann knows this, Mrs. Stella knows this. So, because I used to hear parents come on the show and say, well, I didn't know they were saying that in there. So I would find a song, download, and Mrs. Stella would read the lyrics over the air without the music. And she couldn't do it. And the people would call her and say, I didn't know they were saying. One time, I downloaded it and I had one of the boys stand up, and it was a City Girl song.
Wow.
I remember that.
Right?
Yeah, he told us.
And I had him stand right here and read it. The boy couldn't do it. He got to line 3 and said, I can't read this in front of these girls. But he could rap it in front of the girls. Now you see how powerful music is? It's like alcohol. When you sober, you might do one thing. When you're drunk, you might say any damn thing.
Encourage.
Right? It allows you to do stuff you wouldn't normally do. So, you know, I've heard a girl say, I ain't no hoe. But when they put her on the song, she'll be saying, I'm a hoe. And think nothing of it.
I'm a dad.
I don't play with music. I don't play with music because I know music gives you permission. You know, I can say anything. You know, the Klan is wonderful. If you put it in music, you know, you could. Music gives you permission to say, and it had a good beat, of course. You know, so I'm just giving you stuff to think about. Watch what you play in front of your family. You know, just think about it. Yes, sir.
You know, one song that stuck out with me that my dad used to always play was For the Love of Money by the OJs. And that's still a song that I think about to this day. It's very real.
Yeah, you know, if you think about that music, you never heard any destructive language. Think about R&B, any R&B. I mean, look, you had Love Me. Prince had it. Prince was a sex king, right? But you never heard him call no women no name. You didn't hear risk factor. You didn't hear none of that stuff. It's different when you have risk factors and commandments and stuff in there. Steve, you know, it's just, and you already know that because you're familiar with your live and free prescription.
So, do you think in terms of now, you really can't step away from the music in terms of it being unhealthy? You think you kind of just have to turn it towards listening to it, but not acting off of it? Like, I could listen to Little Durk all day. I don't want to go out there and do a drug deal. Like, I don't want to go shoot nobody.
You know what I'm not worried about? I'm not worried about you because you're conscious.
Yeah, but that's...
I'm worried about the people you're around that ain't conscious.
But it's like I don't know, I feel like when you have to kind of try to like, I don't know, I feel like, especially with rap music now, it's already getting worse and worse and worse. It's not going to get any better. So it's like, can we really even try to turn it towards not listening to it if it's always something that's going to be there?
No, you can do whatever you want to do. You personally, I'm not talking, every time I address the people, I don't address to the masses, I address to an individual.
Oh.
You can do whatever you want to do, right? I get to decide on a mass basis what you would listen to and hear. I get to decide on a mass basis what we do at the barbecue, okay? So I'm pointing out what you want to do. You get to decide what you want to listen to with all your friends around and family around. You get to do that. And you it's your choice. All I do is try to make you think about what you're doing.
Keep you aware.
So I'm not, no. And there's a whole thing about the music and why it won't change and anything else. It's not going to change really because everybody's in it for it. It's like violence. The world is in it. But you ain't got to be in there. Right? Right now we're sitting here, we got 2 wars. You know, Trump done got us into stuff that, you know, we might all go up tomorrow. But I ain't going to become violent just because the world is violent. You know, so you always got a choice about what you do. So, yes.
Yeah, it's just like also, you know, I feel like music is a time and place, you know, also. Everything's a time and place. But a lot of people, you know, a lot of people think that, oh, if you listen to metal and stuff, you're crazy, you want to go in and just go kill it. Like, it's just like also like everything that like I'm preparing for and done, like it's just like the view, you know, just like, oh, metal, having playground. But the truth is, I don't listen to for that. I listen to it because it helps the pain. Because a lot of the songs I listen to, it's not what most people think it is. You know, it's like going back to Killswitch Engage. They have a lyric that says, "We meet again. We'll meet again. Your memory's never ending." You know, and it's just like all their lyrics, you know, are just very powerful. And it's helping me let go of my grandma in a way, you know, the pain.
Music can take you to heaven, or it can.
But I'm excited to say it because on my birthday.
You can do that. It can do that, and you're just proving. You're just saying what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It affects your spirit. Yep. And like when you said before, depending on my mood, I might, you know, just realize that. And if you realize what's unhealthy and what's not healthy, you know, it's just because it's your life and your freedom, right? But I'm worried. I'm more concerned about your little brothers and your little sisters who don't have the information that you say you love, and you might expose them. It's the same reason you don't want to smoke in front of people. I'm going, it's not good for you, but secondhand smoke can kill. We're just trying to make you aware. And this man took a hard look at it. And I am encouraged by the fact that you don't seem to be as, mesmerized by a lot of this stuff that they work. I mean, look, if I had done this, what's this, 25? If I had done this in 05, they'd be like taking candy from a baby. I mean, you think I was taking my meat? But you guys are. It's really wonderful to see that you're not mesmerized and captivated by a lot of the stuff that the people who were here years ago were captivated by. That means we're getting better. We're getting better. And we're getting back what I call recovery, because that whole drug culture, this was all part of it. And the music was there, the drugs were there, the prison was there, everything was there. Everything was like 250 murders were there. This room was full of people like that. And, you know, breaking this down, and the goal was that you don't have to go there in the first place. And so, you know, it's wonderful to see. Your receptivity to all this stuff has just been amazing. You know. Because that's what we wanted. We didn't want to have to rescue people. We want people like to be conscious and wise in the beginning.
this whole alive and free prescription can actually, it puts a force field around you so that no matter what goes on around you, you will be protected. I know that's a Mrs. Stell word, right? You will be protected. And you guys have paid attention to the protection. It's not that you're better than anybody else, you just know better. And this is another thing that I want you to take a look at. So, you know, I mean, you know, listen at your own risk. But at least you know what the risk is, right? And again, I'm not really worried about you. It's like I'm not worried about you, but I am worried about the people who might not be as conscious as you. You know, and you go into a situation, like if I go into a place where a bunch of this stuff is planned, why would I want to? I ain't gonna be there. Mrs. Stell, you got your famous story about the sorority party and the B word?
No, I've got something else that I'd like to share because, you know, that's like not as significant for me right now as the impact that different types of music can have on us and our either not being aware of it, or it's one thing to recognize that certain things are not healthy, but they're not healthy and they're not healthy, period. But then there are the lyrics, the music, the tone, the rhythm, that where people study it and they purposely manipulate it. They know the different sounds that can impact one and cause them to be, let's just use this word, hypnotized. Take you out of what you would like. I wouldn't do that under normal circumstances, but somehow there was something about the music. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's really important that you know certain things. You know they're unhealthy. You know it's not okay. But to be aware of the impact that it has on you, how it makes you feel, what you see yourself doing or not doing, what physically, physiologically, emotionally, what it does to you. And then to choose wisely, if that makes sense. Does it make sense?
Yes.
You see, sometimes we don't pay attention. See, that's the thing. We just do not pay attention. And so I would just challenge you when it comes to the music. And right now, the music that's coming to me that makes me just stop, it is not necessarily the rap music, because, you know, all of the words that they use is just really kind of disgusting for me, but I'm from a different generation, so I just don't feel it. I just like, I just don't, and I just do not do it. But then there is another one that has this, you know, and that's supposed to imply that it's a level of spiritual, you know, but it takes you to another place. So young people, it is so important that wherever you find yourself, that you pay attention to yourself and what happens to you inside when you are faced with and feeling and exposed to music. Because right now, just like AI is intriguing to everybody, despite, you don't even realize how it is numbing. It's numbing your brain because it's replacing your ability to think and to choose. It's just got you all sucked in. Well, music has always done that, but now it's coming up in so many different ways. And so I just want you to really stay conscious. Stay present. Take note of what this does to you. When you're in a movie and you hear the do-do-do-do-do-do, some of you may get excited, like,
oh, let's see what it is. And some of you may feel a little, kind of does something to you on the inside. I know for me it does. So, yeah, just know, in life, pay attention. Stay as present as you can. And remember, you were told. You've been taught.
Thank you.
Hey.